Hey guys, Jared James Nichols here, hanging out in Barcelona today. I want to talk to you about me, my technique, my tone, my signature gear, and everything else. Let's do it right now. So here I am in Europe. My career is pretty crazy right now. It's been nonstop. I've been touring this year since the middle of January, all over America. I did a big tour with John 5. I've done a bunch of festivals, a bunch of different stuff. This is actually my second time in Spain already this year. Next week, we have a bunch of festivals coming up. Over the summer, I'm going to be here for the next 2 months. It's pretty crazy. You know, we're doing Sweden Rock Festival. We're doing some festivals here in Spain, Vakken Open Air. I have a tour supporting Living Color, and I'm doing a ton of clinics with Blackstar and DR Strings. It's pretty amazing. I feel really lucky, you know, really tired, but it's been awesome. It's funny, this is my 8th NAMM show at the beginning of this year, and it was unbelievable. You know, usually I go there like everyone else, and I'm just checking out the new gear, you know, watching my favorite players, but this year, I had a huge year. I released my signature Blackstar, the JJN 20. I released my own guitar, and I played every day, like 5 times a day. I went down there on the Wednesday of NAMM to meet this amp for the first time. And from that moment until when the show ended, it was nonstop. I was on stage with Billy Gibbons, Peter Frampton, Nancy Wilson. I jammed with a ton of my heroes. I think all in all, in those short 4 or 5 days, I had over 20 shows. It was so awesome, and it's like every time now, especially with NAMM, going there and seeing all my friends and being able to jam, you know, I feel so lucky to be able to do that. And, you know, this year, it's funny, NAMM put up a picture of me with a little crown on my head, and they said the King of NAMM. And, you know, it was kind of a dream come true because a lot of times you go to these places, especially like NAMM, and, you know, you're just hoping to see things that you like, but to have your own signature gear come out and to be able to play all those shows, it was pretty amazing. I never thought I would have my own signature amp. When Blackstar approached me last summer about doing a signature amp, I couldn't believe it. Everything about this amp I was able to design, from the 20 watts vertical 212 cab, the British Racing Green, with this nice old vintage basket weave style, you know, even to the voicing, I had a part in everything. I remember I was on tour with LA Guns last September, and I went to Blackstar's headquarters, and they had a big black board there, and they said, okay, anything you want, let's write it down. Everything from the speakers to the knobs to the voicings. You know, I was able to pick everything. And I think that it's so cool because now with this amp, I can go anywhere in the world and feel comfortable because I know exactly what it's going to sound like. I think the coolest part about this amp is the fact that the normal overdrive channel is actually called the Blues Power Select. So that's my channel. That's where I really feel like I can shine. And it's pretty amazing when you can have your sound in a box, and I found that with my Blackstar signature amp. Another cool feature about the cabinet is the fact that it uses 2 different speakers. They're both Celestians, and it has a V-type on the bottom, and it has a GT75 on the top. What's so awesome about that is when we were trying out different combinations of speakers, I wanted it to sound as big as possible for being a 212 amp. And I remember when we did these specific speakers, it was like the room opened up. It was the biggest sound I'd heard at all. And yeah, it's pretty cool because no matter what stage I'm playing on or a recording session, I plug into that and there's my sound. Looking back 10 years ago, thinking to myself, would I have this kind of support from these brands? I would have never thought it. You know, I feel like the luckiest guy in the world to be able to sit here and talk about these things that I love, you know, playing guitar, playing blues rock, touring, traveling the world, and knowing that these great companies have my back and anything that I need, I can just ask. It's pretty unbelievable. You know, as guitar players, I think we all have a love for the gear that we use because it's so close to who we are and how we play, you know. It really makes a difference in how you play in how you kind of sound and interact with your gear. And for me to have Blackstar amps and DR supporting me, I couldn't be more happy. I started playing guitar at 15 years old, and like most of us, I just wanted to learn the riffs of, my idols. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. I just wanted to learn the riffs that I was hearing on the radio. And my obsession grew so fast that by the time I was 16, I was playing maybe 6 to 7 hours a day. By the time I was 17, I was playing 7 to 10 hours a day. And, from the time I was 17 to 25, I was playing 10 to 12 hours a day. I just fell in love with guitar. And now that I have my own trio and I'm playing my own original blues rock music, I feel like the circle is kind of complete, and it's just fascinating for me to be able to tour the world and to play music and to play for as many people as possible. I just think that is super crazy, and I am completely honored. I have so many things coming up in the future that I'm so excited for. This year alone, I'll be touring until the end of the year. I just got booked on the Joe Bonamassa Blues Cruise. We have so much touring happening, It's so amazing to know that I'm going to be on the road, until the next NAMM show. We have a lot of new products we're working on, developing a lot of stuff. And on the music front, I've been writing a ton, demoing, getting ready for my 3rd record that'll be coming out soon. It's one of those things where there's so many things happening, and it's all kind of happening together. So you'll just have to wait and see what's next in store. Blues power.